Hello everyone and welcome to my book review today, all about My Dear Hamilton by Stephanie Dray and Laura Kamoie. Probably pronounced Laura's name wrong yet again. How many times have I pronounced either the first name, the last name, or both wrong? Someone do a tally. It's probably like over 20. I picked this up because I love Stephanie Dray. I read all of her other books. I especially loved her books about Cleopatra Selene. And then I read America's First Daughter pretty much when it came out because I was so excited that Stephanie published another book. And then that's when I found out about Laura because, of course, they co-write. They make a fantastic duo. Now, this is a historical fiction book all about Eliza Hamilton. We start off her journey when she was a child up until 1848 in the epilogue, and I think she pretty much lives a few more years after that. She dies in her 90s, and that's really surprising considering this is 18th/19th century. She's living for a very long time. She's almost 100. She's almost lived for a century, so she has some stories to tell. So this is first person, goes back and forth from present tense and past tense. And it's over 600 pages, my version at least. I don't know if there's a hardcover, so maybe it's less than the hardcover, but I was slightly surprised. I thought this was like maybe a 450 page book because does this look like, I don't know, does it look 640 pages? I didn't think so, and I don't usually look at the chapter length and all that other information on Amazon, so I was a little surprised. But I enjoyed all of it and more. What I like about this book, love the cover. Okay, so I also love the, I don't even remember what it's specifically called. Like, it's not shredded. Like, the uneven pages that you see here, it just makes me feel old-fashioned. And for historical fiction or even historical fantasy, I definitely love when the pages like this are uneven. I also love just all of the history, of course, because it's a historical fiction book, but all the history. I was very fascinated about learning about her childhood, her teen years, her early 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. There's not too much about Elizabeth after, like, 10 years or so after Hamilton dies, because she kind of just goes back into herself and focuses on her family and the orphanage she runs, and I guess more behind the scenes as a widow. But the majority of this book is with first her family and then pretty much jumping into her and Hamilton's relationship. Now, I heard about Alexander Hamilton from the musical. Shout out to Lin-Manuel Miranda. I haven't seen it, but I loved watching the clips on YouTube about it, and the carpool karaoke. It's fantastic. But I never jumped into Alexander Hamilton himself, so there was a lot of surprising things that happened, and I'm not going to spoil it, but oh my god, what the... And I really feel for Elizabeth. Now, of course, things are made up because you don't have a transcription of everything that they spoke about, and you have to, you know, add in stuff for things to make sense that happened in real time. But either way, okay, wow. I cried a lot. I was very shocked. I said WTF many, many times. And there was just a lot of emotion. Their writing is spectacular because I felt everything that Elizabeth felt. Happy, sad, depressed, angry, frustrated, anxious, patriotic even. And that's just a testament to Stephanie and Laura's writing. I also love the family relationship and we learning about Elizabeth's family, especially her with her sisters, and then especially with Angelica. And then when Angelica and Alexander Hamilton both die, okay, well, didn't see that coming, and it's real. Oh, gone. So that took me by surprise, and that made me cry a lot, and that reveal was beautifully and tragically done. So I give props to that writing and that writing style, and how Stephanie and Laura revealed that scandal in the eyes of Elizabeth. Now, what I didn't like, I wanted to see a bit more dialogue. There was a lot of pages that were just paragraph after paragraph. However, there's a lot to get into, and they did not add a lot of stuff, so I can understand that. I just wanted a little more dialogue. I at least took 1 or 2 days to mull this over, because there's a lot of emotions, but 2, there's a lot of information, and sometimes the information in historical novels, this jam-packed, can get to you a little bit, and I think that maybe if there was more dialogue, it wouldn't be as heavy. But I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, and I definitely recommend this book to anyone that likes history, to anyone that likes historical fiction, to anyone that likes American fiction. We definitely need more American-centered fiction novels. I might be a little biased, though, since I have one. This is definitely a must-read, because Eliza, or Elizabeth, is so fascinating and so rich of a character and a person, and she doesn't get enough credit, and this book gives her all the credit and more she deserves. I could see this being the book of the year on Goodreads under historical fiction. That's how great I think this book is and how much I love it. So thank you so much for watching my book review on My Dear Hamilton by Stephanie Dray and Laura Kamoie. If you like what you just saw, please comment, like, subscribe, and if you want to get to know me or any of my social medias, all of that is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching my book review, and have a great reading day. Bye!